And finally, Famous Brands has announced the group's expansion into India with the launch of its pilot Debonairs Pizza restaurant in Mumbai. In the short term, 5 restaurants are set to be opened in the city. Famous Brands CEO Kevin Hedderwick joins us on the line for the latest on this venture. So, Kevin, thanks for joining us today. My producer thinks he's quite funny saying you're not entering a New Delhi. You're entering into Mumbai, and of course, it's all about Debonairs there, and it's a tentative step with a pilot project. Tell us about that, Kevin.
Yes, we opened our first Debonairs Pizza last night in Mumbai. It's been 7 months in the making since we met our master license partner back here in South Africa, and I went out there myself 3 months ago. We've taken a hard look at the marketplace. It's a very compelling case. So yeah, we opened yesterday, and we're very confident of our ability to trade in that market.
And of course, hoping to open 5 restaurants in Mumbai. And your partner there, Dewa Hospitality, very happy with partnering up with you. Of course, they say that you recognize the huge potential of the Indian restaurant market, and you see the uniqueness of it relative to other Asia Pacific markets and also the UAE. So tell us what makes India specifically unique for fast food retailers.
I think if you just look at it in terms of sheer massive numbers, but I don't think you can be seduced by that. I think if you look at the market itself, pizza as a category is in excess of 50% of the total organized food market, as they call it. We saw numbers when we were over there by Morgan Stanley, which says that the pizza category at the moment is worth $420 million and is estimated to grow by 2016 to $1 billion. US dollars. It is a significant market with strong growth. If you talk about the unorganized market, which is what they would probably call street food, to organized market, which is branded establishments like ours, that growth is 20% annually. So, if you take a look at the current players in there, the brand leader by far is a business called Debonairs Pizza. They've been there for 15 years, trading in a market of 1.3 billion people and have 500 restaurants. In South Africa with Debonairs Pizza, we've been trading probably for the same 15 years and have got over 400 restaurants. So we think that we've done a good job in terms of, let's call it inverted commas, Indianizing the menu for that particular market. And it's very vegetarian driven, of course. And then we've taken some different product to India which they don't have, like we have back in South Africa, like triple stack, double crust, hot subs, poppets and things like that. So we certainly are going to be different, and difference too is that in our particular brand is that the dough is mixed in the store, so it's made fresh, and in contrast to the pizza offering over there, which is about thick crust, our business is thin crust and with the topping spread right to the edges.
Yeah, so you're Indianizing or customizing the menu right now, but give us an idea of how tough it's been for you to get into this lucrative market, because all the forecasts are there in terms of growth potential, but what are some of the considerations some who are looking to get into India have to know around it, wanting to open up perhaps a food retail chain or a retail chain in the country?
I think there are 2 very big hurdles one has to get over. The one is just access to retail space, because rentals in a place like Mumbai are quite astronomical. So finding a retail space in the right environment has been a challenge, and that's where our partners have done a phenomenal job, because they're close to the market, they live and they operate there. And the other one, of course, is to make sure that whatever you're going to do from a food service perspective is that you're able to replicate it, particularly from a quality perspective versus what the consumer is experiencing in South Africa and the rest of Africa. And again, I must admire our partners. I mean, in contrast to what would normally happen where you open a franchise outlet at the front end and find suppliers locally, what they've done, because of their confidence in the business model, is they've actually built a central kitchen in Mumbai, and it is fully equipped, state-of-the-art. I was there day before yesterday, and so they have a central kitchen facility which is going to make sure that the product that goes out to the franchise restaurants actually does duplicate what we do in South Africa and the rest of Africa.